So hear me out on this one, okay? Because I know a lot, and I mean a lot of people seem to disagree with me on this. Horimiya is a copy and paste story that is completely overrated. There, I said it. Now let's get down to why I said it. So the premise of the show has actually seemed a little similar to Tomozaki-kun. You would expect that maybe I would latch onto that, but no. I'm actually bored with the story. It never really kept my attention. Looking at the main couple, Hori and Miyamura, they are an odd couple who fall in love for kind of no reason. I mean, the only thing that they have in common is that he puts his hair up and she puts hers down. I mean, I get it. He has tattoos in a culture that sees tattoos as a rebellious thing, and he has piercings and long hair. And Hori is... I'll be honest, I don't know what makes her different. I think it's her motherly attitude and that she isn't the same person that she is when she's at school. But I mean, that could be the same thing with Hinami. Okay, so sure, they have their differences, but they make a big freaking deal out of it. I mean, for a show that's entire premise is based on the differences of two characters and how unique they are, they could have made them more interesting. I'll give it this though, the background characters are way better than Hori or Miyamura. They had better stories and honestly caught my attention more. For example, Yuki and Toru's complicated romance was interesting and I wanted them to figure out that they belonged together. Of course, we saw how that ended. Even the student council had better appeal than the main love story. Every time Hori and Miyamura were on screen, I just wanted them to go away and live their boring love life somewhere else while the better love stories went on. Let me give you a comparison, okay? There's a movie called Love Actually. I hate this movie, but a ton of people love it, and you know, it ironically has a lot of Horimiya-esque story to it, which I guess would make sense. Multiple love stories that kind of meet up at some point and just kind of conglomerate into this mass that you can't understand. It just has too many timelines that prevent a solid story from forming. More on that, for a story to make an impact on me, it has to solidify. Horimiya would try to freeze the liquid Hori and Miyamura relationship and make it the main goal, and it would try to involve other characters and then it would make the whole story unfreeze, and then it would have to relearn everything. Like, I guess I'll give you that Hori and Miyamura had a relationship that actually went somewhere beyond, liking each other. They actually had a relationship, and they did the dirty, which I suppose separates them from other love stories, but to be quite honest with you, it's just not even that funny. The humor feels extremely forced and the laughs were few and far between. I just don't get it. Can you really watch Toradora and say that this show is better? What about My Romantic Comedy Snafu? Oresuki? Kaguya-sama Love is War? How about Tony Kawa? Shoot, I'll throw in the quintessential quintuplets for extra credit. Here's the thing about Horimiya, okay? And this is the main thing. And I don't say this word very often, or even at all, but it's a really normie show. I've seen this story before, and I'll see it again in the future. It isn't original, and it's not as good as people have praised it. Perhaps I'm missing something, though. Perhaps I'm overthinking it. Or am I just too greedy to want an original love story every time that I can't enjoy a simple, wholesome anime? Maybe my taste is bad. Maybe Horimiya is just so smart that I can't keep up. Are romance anime evolving to the point that I'm just not able to keep up? Or do I just not care anymore? Either way, I stand by my point. Horimiya is a sponge cake with no flavor that I wish I had dropped. I remember seeing a post that the series ended after a decade, and it made me question, how did this slow-paced story go on for a decade? I guess some things I just won't ever understand. Anyway, I think I made my point. I don't really want to go on with this, berating this show. And you all have every right to scream at me in the comments. Go on, but, these are my thoughts, and you don't have to agree with it, and you don't even have to like it, but... I thank you for hearing them out. Okay, so soon I'm going to be posting a 2021 anime list. I know I'm way behind on it, but I will make it quick, I promise. Also, I have a few more stuff coming soon. I'm sorry, I'm severely unmotivated lately. I promise more stuff is coming. But with that, let me know, because I know you will, what you thought of Horimiya in the comments down below. Alright, I'm out. Peace. See ya.